lab suspected fentanyl to kill 2.5 million people is off the streets of Metro Atlanta tonight. Good evening. Glad you're here. I'm Linda Stouffer.
And I'm George Estevez. Just take a look at these pictures. We got these today. These are just some of the deadly drugs confiscated in this historic bust. New at 6, Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie live in downtown Atlanta. And Mark, the DEA, they work with Sandy Springs Police on this one.
Yeah, and DA says this device is called a TruNarc, and it field tests drugs for a preliminary result of what they are. And in a big bust in Sandy Springs Friday, there was a very troubling positive result for fentanyl.
We seized 5 kilograms of powder fentanyl.
5 kilos or 12 pounds contains potentially enough fentanyl to kill how many people?
2.5 million.
It was shocking. When we found that amount of fentanyl in our city, you can compare it to killing our entire population of the city of Sandy Springs.
And several other Metro Atlanta cities.
Yes, it is very concerning.
A seizure in Sandy Springs featuring a frightening find and an affirmative field test for fentanyl, the deadly synthetic opioid. And if lab tests confirm suspicions, it's enough fentanyl in powdered form to kill about 2.5 million people. And in addition, a seizure of counterfeit pills also suspected of containing fentanyl. That's a Georgia record. Say DEA acting special agent in charge Jay Chung and Sandy Springs Police Major Forrest Bohannon.
Someone with this quantity of fentanyl that we seized has direct connections to one of 3 cartels: Sinaloa Cartel, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, better known as CJNG, or the Nueva La Familia Cartel. And we're confident that we'll be able to track this down to one of those cartels.
We found 2 weapons. In this apartment complex where we found these fentanyl pills, there are children and adults and several innocent people that live in that area.
Major Bohannon says an anonymous tip from another department led Sandy Springs Police, who pulled in DEA, to an apartment where they found a contraption for packing powder into bricks, and then to a car, and a stunning discovery.
In 2 suitcases, we found approximately 240,000 pills, which we believe to contain fentanyl.
Agent Chung and Major Bohannon tell us the haul included smaller amounts of cocaine, methamphetamine, and PCP, but most of what investigators found is suspected to be fentanyl, which kills about 70,000 Americans a year. Agent Chung says the counterfeit pills are made to look like oxycodone, a painkiller that is one of the most abused drugs here and elsewhere. The DEA's Chung says Metro Atlanta remains the hub of cartel activity for the southeastern United States, one of the 2 most significant locales for that in the eastern U.S., with about half the dope that